Seven
Welcome
left
back,
in the
everyone,
first.
to the Popcorn Podcast. I'm Tommy Cresta. There's my host, Ryan Ferran, as he's sitting outside for this week's episode. And in this episode, we'll be talking about the first two episodes of HBO's House of the Dragon Season 2. And yeah, but before we get into that episode, me and Ryan are filming back-to-back episodes, if you couldn't tell. And yeah, but Ryan, how you been since the last episode?
Since the last episode, I've been pretty good. I saw a Green Alien sing that song a couple times. I sent it to you. You didn't really like it, but I thought it was funny. And then what? We checked the Stanley Cup score. It's tied 1-1. We got
Go
6:42
Edmonton.
left in the first. Go Edmonton.
Connor McDavid, baby.
Yeah, he deserves it. Definitely.
Fuck Florida teams in hockey. I hate that.
Fuck Florida teams in general.
No, Buccaneers are cool.
The Bucs were cool when Tom Brady was on them.
Nah,
They've
Baker
never been
Mayfield.
cool
I
since.
ride with Baker Mayfield.
All right, well, yeah, Baker Mayfield last year was a lot of fun to watch. But other than that,
You're a Giants fan. I don't want to hear anything about your football
What
takes.
else?
Football takes.
you know
are
what I can
ass.
tell you about my football takes?
Your jerseys are ass.
I can tell you 4 things specifically.
You weren't
Super Bowl,
alive.
Super Bowl,
You
Super
weren't
Bowl,
alive.
Super Bowl.
You weren't alive. You were alive.
Yes, I was.
Oh, you
Yes,
were
I
alive
was.
for these two.
Yes,
You weren't alive for
Yes.
these two.
I wasn't. But neither of us were alive for 1980 World Series, and we both claimed that. So shut the fuck up.
Damn, touche. But yeah, we are back for House of the Dragon, and yeah, it's been nearly 2 years since House of the Dragon debuted, and I couldn't be happier to be back in Westeros. And I'm just so excited to be able to see these characters again, people that I've loved for that first season that I've been dying to see more of. So now to be able to say that we've got 2 episodes now is pretty cool. And I know that Ryan, you're a huge fan of season 1 as much as I am.
Yeah.
And yeah, so my
Sorry,
initial
I do have
thoughts.
to say that the deck across the street from me, not across the street, but like back to back from me, there's a woman and a very small child sitting on there now, so I'm very nervous. I got to watch my mouth a little bit.
Yeah, just don't say the word you'd like to associate to this show.
That being said, I did bring wine for this episode, so I got to get in the spirit.
Oh,
I brought my wine. This is wine.
damn! If you told me this, I would have recorded from my house. I would have had a brewski.
I don't know what brewski you're speaking of, Thomas. This is wine.
You're on video. Everyone sees what you're drinking.
Nobody
it's the
watches
ale
our
of the
fucking
Lords.
videos. Nobody watches our fucking videos.
That is true.
This is mead.
It is. It's mead.
This is
But-
brewed from fucking Harrenhal. Nah, they make shitty beer. Who would make the best beer in Westeros, you think?
King's
Gravosi
Landing.
shit would be crazy. horrible.
I don't know. I feel like King's Landing would have some banging wine.
Because the only one, it's Dornish wine is the best. And then the only other like alcohol people talk about is the wildlings like curdled, not curdled, but like aspired goat milk. They drink out of that horn. Fermented.
Ugh.
That's what I meant to say.
Fermented.
Those are like the only
it's
2
how you-
alcohols I can
That's how
think
you
of.
make alcohol.
I know that's how you make. I just couldn't
Ferment.
think of the word.
Damn, I kind of want wine right now. Damn. Shit. But
Oh well.
yeah, we are back in, as I said, the World Westeros, and we get to see pretty much the effects of what happened in the finale of season 1. And we see that Queen Rhaenyra is still at this point in shambles with the loss of her son. And we're pretty much seeing how they're going to respond to this. And man, did they respond in a very, very harsh way.
Yep. Well, we didn't talk about episode 1 either.
That is episode 1.
What's the end? Yeah, that is episode 1. I kind of thought. Never mind. You're doing a great job. I'm still kind of daydreaming about what kingdom would make the best beer in Westeros. I'm leaning Storm's End right now because I think the Riverlands could do a decent job. Winterfell can make a good one. I don't know. I think they could do a decent job, but it'd be one of those beers that's only good when it's cold, when it's like freezing cold. You know what I mean? So that's all they can have.
Never had a beer like that.
You've never had a beer that's like gets a little bit warm and you're like, yeah.
Well, any warm beer is not good.
Yeah, but there's beers you can drink at like warm temperature and be like this isn't good, but I can drink it. You know, maybe not
No,
room temperature, not room temperature, but like you get it out of the case from the beer store, and you're like, all right, this isn't cold yet, but I can still drink it.
no,
You know?
no, I
Yes.
don't do that. I put mine in the fridge and let it get cold.
No. Yeah. Whatever.
But as
Riverlands could be decent. Um, the Veil would make horrible shit. The Veil
nah,
would
I
be
feel like the Veil would
terrible.
have some banging wine.
No, the Veil would have like um the Veil would make like gin or some bullshit.
I feel like
Trying to
Winterfell would make
think.
like a good whiskey. They just seem like whiskey people.
No,
That's
Winterfell's
that's
like vodka people. They just need to warm up. I feel like the
okay.
Riverlands is good whiskey.
Okay, we're done
What
talking
else am I
about
think of?
their fucking alcohol. We need to get into the actual episode.
What am I thinking of? Where do the Tyrells live? I'm blanking on what that's called.
I don't remember.
Because they could probably make a good they could make a good beer, but it would be a light beer for sure. All right, move on.
So we we start season 2 with Rhaenyra's son Jacaerys as he flies north to Winterfell to meet Craig Stark, which was really cool to finally get to see him on screen, and of course they're on the wall. And we see that, of course, we get the winners coming, and he's starting to explain to Jacaerys, Craig, what is north of the wall and what the fighters are actually up there for, because they're not just there to stop the cold and some wildling and some creatures. He's like, there's more out there,
Yeah,
and
it's going to take about 300 years for you to find out
200
exactly how bad of a
plus
situation that
200.
is. I thought it was like
200.
295 or something like that.
Oh
Maybe it's
wow.
195. I forget.
I think it's
Um,
two. I could be wrong too. But yeah, it's a great. They Kragan pretty much says that he'll fight with him in the war. But again, there's no really time to be happy about this because Aemond Targaryen has murdered Jacaerys' brother Lucerys. Is that how you say it? Lucerys.
yes,
Yeah.
Lucerys. All right, you're right.
Um,
200.
200.
200
And
years.
it was really sad to see just Jacaerys finally find the news that his brother had died. And then back at Dragonstone, we learned that Rhaenyra is still in mourning, and Daemon, of course, being Daemon Targaryen, being that dude who's kind of crazy, he still wants to seek immediate revenge. Do you got anything
Yep.
you want to add? I feel
Yeah.
like I'm.
All right, the first episode really started out strong, I thought. I think first of all, the second the episode opens, I knew immediately by that violin coming in that we were in Winterfell, and I got so fucking excited. I pumped my fist immediately because I was wondering the whole time, like, I wonder when we're going to go to Winterfell, because I knew we were going to. I knew we were going to meet Craig and Stark. I knew obviously that's where Jacaerys was going, so we had to get there at some point. But to start the season off there, I think that was just to all the viewers of like, all right, we know you want it, we'll just go now. You're welcome. And I was thankful. But my first thought when I saw Jacaerys was like, damn, that dragon ride must have taken a while because that dude got big. He definitely grew like,
Oh no, he aged on that dragon ride.
yeah, absolutely. Like he wasn't like the young child actor. Obviously, Lucerys was definitely younger than him, but he still grew considerable length. Like that kid got tall. Not so much big, but he's still young, so I'll give him a pass on that. Um, but yeah, seeing Craig and Stark was cool. I think he was good looking as a Stark. I don't think he was too bad. I think the wig was very noticeable. I don't know why. Just his wig. If it wasn't a wig, then I stand corrected, and I don't know what I was thinking. But for whatever reason, his hair, Cragen's, I was like, that's a wig. There's no way that's not a wig. That doesn't look great. Um, but yeah, it was really cool seeing Winterfell again. Even though it was just like a sweeping shot over the top. It was I have no idea what my grandfather just sent me. It was really cool seeing the wall again and seeing him talk about winter and saying winter's coming and what that really means. And yeah, Jacaerys finding out the news was pretty sad. Obviously, you don't see him hear it, but you know what's happening. You see that look of concern. You know it hit him pretty hard.
And
And
as
yeah,
soon as Kragan looks up from the paper, what would
hmm
happen? Um,
yeah,
Going from there, we go to, as I said, Damon wants to seek revenge. We go back to King's Landing, and just like you were saying, it was so cool to see Winterfell again because it's been what 2018. 5 years, 6 years,
I think so.
almost 6 years since we've seen it.
I guess.
Um, but yeah, so it was really cool to see that, and of course, just seeing Winter, even King's Landing again, like just being back in the world of Westeros brings me so much joy because it really is such an interesting world, a great show that a great spin-off show, which we don't get that often. So yeah, I was very excited to be back in the show. But in this episode, we get to go back to King's Landing and we get to see Aegon the Second, and we get to see the entire what do they call it? His table, his council.
The council.
Yeah, and we see he brings his son, Jaharis, Jaharis,
I'm pretty sure it was Jaehaerys.
Jaharis.
Jaehaerys.
Um, and during that meeting, the one Lannister, he's pretty much fucking with him. Jaharis just keeps taking his globe off the table, and it's pretty funny. But yeah, we get to
Is that
see.
Jason or Tylan Lannister? I think it's Jason, or maybe it's
Let me
Highland.
look for you.
I don't remember. Well, it's the same guy who plays both of them, so it's not going to be very helpful to look up the cast. But
No, I'm just looking up. I'm just looking up the
oh, okay.
Lannisters. Could be the same actor. What the
I
fuck?
just forget. It might be Highland. But either way, that dude, he does a really good job playing those two
Baratheons?
characters.
No, the Baratheons and the Stormlands. The Lannisters
Yeah.
are casually wrong.
I forget his name, but he's done a good job of playing both of them. Obviously, we've seen more of whichever one's on the council, because that's the one that tried to propose to Rhaenyra back in season 1 when she was still like 14, at the feast or the hunt, whatever it was.
Yeah.
But we have seen the other brother too, and they were very different characters. So he's done a very good job of doing that, and
separating.
also playing. I believe it was Sir Hugh of the Vale in Game of Thrones season 1. So he's been in both of them.
Really? I don't
He's had his
remember
way
him.
around Westeros. Do you remember in season 1, the
Okay.
first tournament where the hound, the hound, not the hound, the mountain is jousting with that random knight and it kills him?
Yeah.
That's him.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
I
Oh,
think
I
it's
want to give someone
Sir
an.
Hugh of the Vale.
I want to give
What a G.
Tom Glencarney a shout out. He plays Aegon the Second. This kid's about to do exactly what Millie Alcock did in season 1. He's about to just take over because not in season 1 he's just pretty much just acting, like being good actor, not taking away anything. Episode 2, that dude's good. That dude can act.
I agree with you, but I will say, in episode 1, I was thinking like, oh, he's a good actor, but he doesn't quite have that like presence. You know what I mean? Like he's not intimidating. After watching episode 2, I think like I've realized more that the character's not supposed to be intimidating in like the classic way that Damon is
Yeah.
intimidating. He's more supposed to be not the smartest and acts very rashly, but will just fuck you up if he's mad. But I think when he shines is the scenes. We'll talk about it later, but the scene with him, Kristen, and Otto in season 2
Yeah,
or
that's the
episode
scene
2,
I'm talking about.
that was his best scene so far in these first 2 episodes. I
Yeah,
think
because
in
I think
episodes,
I think episode 2 he had more to do acting
yeah,
wise
totally.
because he definitely has to show off more range. But that I think he can. I mean, he can act because in a room of 2 guys that we know can act, he still shines above both of them.
Yeah,
And Reese
but I
Ifans
think.
oh
Sorry. Just one last point. I think if he's doing it on purpose, of like his more kingly parts not quite having like a presence, as much of a presence as other characters. Like, do you know what I mean by presence? He
like he's
just
just
doesn't.
not. He doesn't have that
He
like quality.
Yeah, he doesn't have that like inherent charisma where you're like, oh, I want to listen to this guy. He kind of sounds like a child.
Yeah, but that's the whole
Oh,
point. I
fuck.
think.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, if he's doing that on purpose, he's doing a fantastic job. I just can't really tell if he is or not. Either way, it's working though, because the scenes like we just said, the scenes when it's more like quiet and he's just talking to 1 or 2 people, he's been fantastic.
Yeah, and
So
yeah, shout out to him. I really liked his performance so far, and I think he's gonna have a huge part in the seasoning, of course. But trying to think of what else we got. Yeah, we get this pretty much. They get the first council meeting. Then what happens?
are you going through the episode right now?
Yeah, now I'm trying to like pull up episode stuff because I'm not gonna lie, I didn't write notes while I was watching this. I had like 2 notes.
Gotcha.
Like my intro, I did that was a note. That was it.
Yeah, I'll be honest.
Okay.
I remember episode 2, better than episode one, not just because I liked it better, but also because I honestly kind of thought episode one was a little bit on the boring side. Like it felt very much like a welcome back episode. Like it was super duper slow. Not very much was happening. Rhaenyra said one word,
But that,
and
I mean, that makes sense. She did lose her
mm,
son.
I
This,
well yeah no I mean that makes sense. But at the same time, I wanted more from the first episode, especially if this season is going to be 8 episodes instead of 10. You
yeah,
gotta
but
you gotta get everything you need to into each episode. So I don't know. I'm kind of curious how they're gonna space everything out because it's kind of felt like some scenes are taking their time too much and others are rushing along a little too much. It feels like there's less pacing. The pacing's not as good as season one, at least so far in these first 2 episodes. So I'm wondering if that's something to do with losing a guy like Miguel Sapochnik dropping out, and
yeah, he
it's
left the
it's
project.
all on Ryan Condal's shoulders now, and which I think Ryan Condal could do a fantastic job. He seems like a really good guy, and he knows his shit. Loves Game of Thrones, obviously, but
Yeah, I mean, I
Miguel
like.
Sapochnik
Don't take away from the show. I still like it.
Miguel
I know. I
Sapochnik was the
like.
guy from Game of Thrones that was like, this is. He directed all of the best, all of everybody's favorite episodes for the most part.
Yeah,
Miguel
he's
Sapochnik
directed.
directed. Like he was the guy who made the best shit on Game of Thrones.
Why'd he
Um,
leave? Did
I
they
think it
ever
was
say?
just creative. Like it wasn't. I think it was like a peaceful. Like he just didn't want to come back. He wanted to do other shit.
Hmm.
I don't think it was anything bad.
Yeah, I just wanted to leave. We do get to see Lars Strong for the first time back. That weasel, who I mean, he's a weasel, but every time he shows up on screen, I get kind of excited to see what happens.
Yeah,
We learn
I
that
want
he's
to see more of
murdered
him.
several people from his staff because he found them untrustworthy. As
Hmm.
he's talking to Allison. Um, then oh yeah, we get the whole scene on when Aegon's taking people's pleas from the throne, which I thought was so funny.
Yeah,
When he's like, "Oh, we'll give you your goats back," and I was like, "We can't just give the man his goats back."
I was
He's like,
like,
"Why
if we
not?"
do one thing, we got to do it for everybody. And he's
He's like,
like,
"No,
oh, God damn it. Yeah,
yeah,
no,
no."
that stuff was good.
That's what I like about Aegon because he's definitely. I think they talk about it. They talk about in the beginning of the thing. His rule is nothing happens.
Hmm.
Like that whole
Yeah,
timeline, he doesn't know how to be king. He was thrust into this when he shouldn't
yeah.
even been the king.
He didn't want to be king.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie, these first 2 episodes made me. I was fully Team Black going into the season, of course. After that last episode, the end of the season one, like the end of episode one, what they happens, man, it made me go back to right in the middle. I was like, oh, I don't want to side with this.
I'm still. I mean, yeah. I mean, it was my thing going into this season. Of like, I am Team Black, but Team Green is more fun to watch.
Oh,
I'm
so much
still
more,
on
so
that
much
side.
drama.
It's so much more fun to watch. Um, yeah, it's tough to be Team Black right now, but I think the saving grace of Team Black is that it wasn't Team Black. It was just one player. You know what I mean?
That is true.
Like it wasn't the team. It was just somebody went off and did their own shit, and the coach is like, "What the fuck was that?" And he's like, "I scored." And he's like, "Yeah, but we wanted them to get the ball." You know what I'm saying? It's like when remember when Todd Gurley scored a touchdown on accident,
Yeah,
and who I think it was the Colts came back and won the game. That's what just happened. Damon scored a touchdown, and Rainier is like, "You should have taken a knee at the one, you dipshit." He's like, "All right, sorry, my bad."
but
It was
instead
pretty
of
cool
a
though.
touchdown, he killed someone.
Yeah, well, sorry.
A little bit different, but I do kind of agree with what you were saying. Episode one was definitely slow and kind of just getting you back into the world. But at the same
Mm-hmm.
time, dude, those do happen in premieres. Even in Game of Thrones, we've seen it in numerous seasons of Game of Thrones and just other
Yeah,
shows that kind of like follow this kind of idea. But to
yeah,
me, at the end, it picked up and led to a huge scene, which I was waiting for from the novella, which they did change up a little bit. If you want to know more about that, go read a little description of the novella. You'll know why it's different.
all
But I
right,
still think they did it as best as they could with
yeah,
the way they set the timelines and
yeah.
ages and all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But but yeah,
And the
no,
way
I
that they do the story, obviously, it's not Mushroom talking to us the entire time, so you can't really do it exactly the same. You have to actually show some
yeah,
stuff
and
that's
there's other
implied from the book.
characters. Yeah,
Hmm.
and there's other characters that aren't there yet because of the
Yeah,
time.
yeah. I did
But
like that they. Well, I mean, we'll get to it later, but when they mentioned the other Hightower son, I was like, "Ooh." There we go.
Ooh, more to do.
Hmm.
But I'm trying to think of what anything. I'm trying to make sure I don't miss anything big.
Yeah.
Oh, we saw
I mean, see,
Massaria. She's
we
back.
keep calling them seasons. Episode one was kind of like I said, like it was a lot of getting back into it, like seeing these characters again, and Rhaenyra was grieving the entire episode, so she, that's obviously important for her to do, but it also means that she doesn't have much to do in the grand scheme of the story. It's more so Damon and Jaharis, not Jaharis, Jacaerys. Jesus Christ, I hate these names.
Jacaerys, Jaharis, Jaharis.
Jaharis and Jaharis are the same person, but you're good, buddy.
I
Um,
meant like my pronunciation.
uh huh.
Asshole. Continue.
Just call him Jack because everybody calls him Jack. We're just calling him Jack from now on. Jack and Luke. That's it. My
Jack and Luke.
cousin's names.
Remember.
It counts. Um, but yeah, the episode was more so about Damon and Jack and the Greens. Obviously, it was mostly about the Greens because the Blacks were just grieving and very sad the whole time until the end with Damon. But it wasn't a bad episode. But it's just the only reason I'm so critical and worried about the pacing of that first episode is because this season is 8 episodes. It's not 10.
Yeah,
So
no, I
that's
thought
my only worry.
it was 9.
I think it's 8 because I looked it up and
It's
I
8. That's
expected it to be
definitely that's like
10
a
because
huge difference.
I must have forgot that they probably announced it and I just forgot. But
Well, while you're looking that up, I just wanted to say something, and they kind of bring it up in the second episode. And I thought about it when it happened. Queen Helena, why does she not have security right with her?
well, they talk about it in the second episode, like you said.
Yeah, but they don't really
she should.
explain why. Because Kristen was where he's supposed to be, not doing what he's supposed to be doing, but he was where he was supposed to be, and Eric was where he was told to be.
Yeah,
So, don't you think that there should be at least 2 more guards? Oh,
yeah,
but
8 episodes to cut you off. But yeah, there
damn,
should be more guards, and we see a lot more. We haven't met many other Kingsguard members. Obviously, they're down 2,
half
I
pretty
think,
much.
because they're
No,
down
I thought like a lot of
Aaron.
them left, right?
I thought it was just 2 of them because you see Aaron, the one twin.
Aaron and
I
Eric.
think it's the A one. Oh, it's or Eric. It's
The
Eric with
A1
an
is the one
E.
with the big beard.
They look identical. it's it's
No,
Eric with an
the
E.
one has a shorter beard like this.
Does it? I didn't really
Yeah, the
notice.
one that's with the
Um.
greens has like a short beard that comes down straight. The one with the
Okay.
A, the ones with the team black has like a big beard.
I thought it was the
That's
other
how I
way
told
around.
them
The
before.
A was with the greens, but I hate the names though. It's Eric with an E and Eric with an A.
I thought it was Auric. That's how I just kept saying.
Well, I mean that's how it should be pronounced to make it a little easier. But they're assholes, so they just say Eric or Eric, whatever.
But yeah, so we see in the episode, Damon hires two people to pretty much go and kill Helena's son. Which one
Well, he
is
hires them to kill Aemon.
Jaharis? No, I thought they say go find the kid.
No, he says go kill Aemon Targaryen because he killed Luke. That's who Damon wanted to kill.
Oh,
That's who
that would
Damon
make
wanted
more
them to
sense.
kill. And then the one of them, when they can't find him and they find Helena and her kids, they just say a son for a son and take it into their own hands, which they
I
should
think
not
the
have
son for
done.
a son messed with my head, and I was like, oh, they went there to go kill.
Yeah. No, he
Jaharis.
sent them specifically to kill Aemon.
They were gonna both get mopped by Eamon if they had got to
Yeah,
that.
Aemon, dude, when you see him next episode with his, like, I mean, he's naked, but that dude is cut. He's not a big dude, but he has zero fat on him. He is
Oh no, it's all
cut.
just muscle, lean muscle.
Yeah.
But yeah, so then they give her a choice of which one of her kids to kill,
Yeah.
and it's pretty fucked up. Horrible way to have to deal with it.
Yeah.
And then she
I did
runs
love the
away.
reveal though. I love the reveal when she runs because you don't know whether they killed the boy or the girl because she points to him
I was
and they're
just
not
like,
sure.
I guess because I also knew, so that's a little different.
Well, yeah, you knew, but I didn't know because I haven't read the book, novella, whatever. Don't be a bitch about it. I knew you were gonna
Novella,
come in
not
and
a
be like,
book.
"It's a novella, actually, what are we?"
Put away
Um,
into actual novella.
yeah, I had no idea. Boom, RBI double. I didn't know it was coming. So the whole scene with Helena running away and like looking back after grabbing her daughter, um, and running to Allison's room, and that whole scene was really tense because I didn't know like did they kill the boy or did they kill the girl? Because if they killed the girl, it's just as bad in the grand scheme of things. For the on the green side, it's just as bad. It's actually not because Aegon probably wouldn't have cared as much. He
Yeah,
still
it's
would have
not
been
as
pissed,
bad. It's
but
definitely not as bad for the Greens if it's the girl. The
yeah,
guy is
like
because it's his
he's the heir to the throne.
heir to
Yeah,
the Iron Throne.
like he would have started the wars in the grand scheme of things. It would have been the same because the war still would have happened. It would have all gone down the same probably, but it's bigger for the Greens because it is the heir to the throne. It is his son, so it's bigger. But um, just that whole scene was really tense because I had no idea if they killed the right one until she got there and Helena says they got the boy, they killed the boy, and I was like, oh shit, this is bad.
And
But
of course, she walks in on her mom having sex with the
yeah, that
Kristen
was good.
Cole.
That was really good. But that God that finale, that end of that first episode really brought me back because it
Yeah, no,
was
that was some Game of Thrones type shit.
I was kind of bored going it, not bored, but like kind of like all right, let's pick it up. The first episode, like you gotta drag me in a little bit more, and then that happened. And I was like, oh, we are fucking back, dude.
We are
We are
back,
back.
baby.
Mhm.
But yeah, it was a great episode, and it made me just it had a great ending. It just made me want episode two so
Mhm.
badly. And then we got
Yeah,
episode two, and I think episode two was in my opinion, at least, I thought it was a great episode. I
yeah,
was happy all the way through. I got exactly what I wanted out of it, and it got
yeah,
me to the point where I thought it was going to get me to. And it was cool seeing a dragon because it's always a cool
hmm
part.
yeah. But we didn't mention the new intro though. They
Ooh,
changed the
it
intro.
was
The new like
good. I liked
stitching.
it. Yeah, it's stitching now. I
The
liked it.
wine's making me belch. Um, the stitching was cool. I'm not gonna lie though, I missed the wine going through.
The
Is it
blood,
was it Valyria? Oh yeah, it was blood. Sorry. Um, was it Valyria or was it King's Landing? I think it was old Valyria because it was his like it
yeah,
was
no, it's and
yeah
it's like the
it was
story.
Valyria.
It's the
hmm
story of
Yeah, and it shows everybody. And when a character dies, their like dial filled with blood. That was it was so cool seeing it every week. So I'm not gonna
and
lie to you, I kind of miss it. But
you weren't
the
even
new
that
stitching
excited
one's
for it
cool.
either.
I wasn't because at first I wanted a new theme, but when I got used to it, I'm like, no, this is just the Westeros theme. Especially if they do another show, like, are they still going forward with the Jon Snow show? I feel like that's still like
No,
they announced it
no, it got
that
ended.
got canceled. All right,
Duncan and the Egg still happening.
yeah, Dunkin' Egg is still happening, and I think they're still
The
doing
Seven
that
Ships
one.
is not happening.
All right, never mind, that's not happening. Either way, the Dunkin' Egg show, they got to keep it now because if the Dunkin' Egg show comes out and the theme, the opening credit theme is different, then it's like, all right, well, what the fuck. So hopefully they just keep it the way it is because the more I think
They
about
will.
it, the more I'm
I
like,
don't think they'll
yeah,
get rid of it.
this is just the Song of Ice and Fire theme. It's just it's so good,
Fire and
and I'm not gonna
Blood.
lie, like it just got me in the mood immediately. When I sat down to watch episode one, I was like, all right, well, here we go. I got to watch this for the podcast for work, busy day. And then as soon as that song started playing, I was in. I was like, "Oh, we're back!" I'm so excited.
Oh no, I
Um,
locked in for that.
yeah,
When they came back on, I was like, I'm back. Let me
yeah,
sit down, get me ready. I will say
locked
I
in.
do miss Millie Alcock still. Still,
Yeah,
just
yeah. Millie
she was
Alcock,
so good in that first season.
was
No,
Emily
nothing
Carey
against
was really good.
Emma Darcy and oh
Olivia
god,
Cook.
Olivia Cook. Olivia Cook, very good still as Allison. And so I
Yeah,
mean Emma Darcy's
they're
they're
both
phenomenal
fantastic.
as what was that?
I said they're both fantastic. I agree with
Yeah,
you.
no, they Emma Emma Darcy. They were in. I love how they look when they're upset and just the entire cast is so good in this show. I think they did such a good job getting everyone. I mean, Kristen Cole, as much as he's a bitch, we we like to pick on Kristen Cole,
Yeah,
dude. Ryan, you were just
but
hidden in this video now,
I know the lights went out.
but
Um, yeah, but
Kristen
at the same
Cole.
time, like it's that thing with like the characters that you hate, and for especially in Game of Thrones, because the same thing happened with like Joffrey and especially
Ooh,
Joffrey. Like
evil fuck.
it's those characters that you hate, and you call the actor a bitch. Actually, it's funny you say that because what's his name? It's like Fabian Frankel or some bullshit. I don't know, some
Yeah,
dumb name.
Kristen
The
Cole.
actor, he just deleted his Instagram because all his comments were like, "Fuck you, you bitch." Like,
Really?
yeah, he
Oh
just
my
deleted
god,
his
you were so
Instagram.
mean. I'm
Um,
saying Kristen Cole's a bitch. I'm not saying the actor's a bitch.
yeah, no, I agree, but at the same time,
She'll
that's
probably
my
whoop
point.
my
Is like
ass.
he is a bitch. We hate him so much because the performance is so good. Like he's
Yeah,
done
it's
a
like it's just
fantastic job.
Joffrey. Joffrey got bullied in school. The kid who played him.
Yeah, he was getting not even bullied in school. He was getting fucking death threats from 40-year-olds. Like that's ridiculous. Um,
People
yeah,
are so
it's
fucking nuts.
people are just crazy. But again, don't be mean to the actors that you don't like. Do not ever be mean to the actors you don't like. Just be nice to them. They're doing their job. That's what they're supposed to do. If you don't like the character, they're doing a good job. You say like, "Hey, nice job." Don't be a dickhead. Um, yeah, that's my point. Just be nice to people.
Yeah, just like the same people who were mean to Oh my god, I'm so bad with the actors' names today.
Who did play?
Ellie, Last of Us.
Oh, shit! Damn. Oh, fuck! It's on the tip of my tongue.
Can't remember.
Yeah, but also that was for a different reason, which is definitely worse.
Yeah, but they were
Um,
mean to a teenage girl because of her how she looked.
yeah,
Yeah, no,
but
those people can get fucked.
that's my point. Like that's a different thing. Like that's significantly worse.
I think that was the only time I ever got mad on the podcast when
Yeah,
I was reading about that.
you
Yeah,
went on like a 2 minute rant.
yeah. I don't like people who bully people. Bullies are not nice unless it's your friends. You can bully your friends. It's different.
Mm-hmm.
But
Agreed.
episode 2. How did this episode start?
How did it start?
Oh my God, I just watched it today.
Yeah, I watched it last night. It's fresher in your mind. You got to think of it.
Oh my God, I can't even think. Episode 2. Pulling
I'm
them.
gonna pull up the episode. You keep
That's what I'm
talking.
doing.
You got notes. Keep talking.
I told you I didn't write notes for this one.
Oh my god, Tom. Is this gonna be the whole thing? Just us yelling at each other?
Pretty much, it's the whole point of the podcast.
That is kind
Oh,
of the
House
whole
of Dragon.
point.
Sir Kristen Cole is still the worst. Still the worst piece of shit on the show. Is one of the
I
things
think I
they
just
say.
swallowed a bug. Oh, ow.
Season 2, episode 2
Jesus.
recap.
Skip intro. Come on.
Uh,
All right, yeah, it opens with like the bloody. They're cleaning up the mess, and they're dragging all the locals. They're like, "Who
oh yeah,
did
they're
it?"
pulling them all into like the center of the
Yeah,
hall to lock down
yeah.
the hall. Yeah,
The Red Keep.
yeah, the red keep.
And then you get Aegon destroying his dad's old statues of
Great
Valyria, which made me
scene,
sad, dude. That was always so nice seeing him play with his little Lego set.
dude. You just saw it getting bigger and bigger throughout the season.
Yeah. Oh man, it made me so happy seeing him play with those things. Playing with what was his dude's name? Shit. It was Ned. What's Ned Stark's full name? Oh my
I
god.
don't know.
What's Ned short for? Eddard. His name was Eddard, the guy who was helping him with his Legos. Everybody was like, "Oh, Eddard, let's go." That was fun.
All right.
Yeah. And then Allison's
um.
crying because her grandson's dead.
Oh, when she's
Whatever.
sitting down talking, she's talking about Otto, right?
Yeah. And then you
That's a
get the
good
small
scene.
council meeting where he's like, maybe one of you did it. And they're all like, stop fucking talking, dickhead.
And then Otto brings up that they should maybe, even if it was someone in that room, maybe they should frame it on someone else, meaning Rhaenyra.
Yeah.
That's fucked.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, from then it's the funeral, right?
I think it, no, I think you get the scene. I'm going to skip through a little more. All right. Yeah, it is. It does go right to the funeral.
Yeah, dude, I'm not the whole time when they showed as horrible as this is gonna sound, when they showed the little kid with the
I had the same thought that you're going to
sewn on
have.
head and they got stuck with the
Uh huh.
wheel, I thought that head was coming off.
100%. I was waiting for it the whole time, especially when Helena was like freaking out. I
Yeah, I
thought
thought
she
that
was
baby's
like,
head was rolling.
yeah, I 100% thought that head was going to roll off. I do want to know why she was like freaking out when all the. I think there's
Anxiety.
more to it. Well, yeah, I think anxiety, but I feel like with a character like her, with a because she's a dream seer. Absolutely.
Oh, so maybe she dies that way.
Maybe I don't know. Like there has to be more from her freak out with all like the small folk grabbing towards her that she just like we don't understand yet. Because we didn't even talk about it. She had that line in the first episode, like "fear the rats" or whatever she said, and then it's the rat catchers that come out and get it
Yeah, and
and
then
kill the kid.
they hang them.
Yeah, that was another scene that was like, dude, Otto's freak out. He's like, "Why the fuck would you do that?"
I was with I was with him, not Otto. I was with Aegon on that
Aegon.
one. Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's like, but at the same time, you can't hang all of them. Like you just can't do that as the king because Otto made the right point. He's like, you hung 100 people. One of them was the bad guy. 99 of them have mothers, fathers, sons, daughters, wives who are all crying and hate you right now. The whole point of this right now, of putting this on Rhaenyra, which,
It's to make them
she
like
did,
you.
she did do it, is to make them like you and get them on your side. Now you're pushing that away. Now you're hurting your image even more. And they already didn't like you before. We got one thing that made them like you and support you, and you just fucked that up, you dumbass. So, yeah.
Best scene. It was the best scene the entire episode. Was that whole sequence with Otto, Kristen, and Aegon.
Yep, I agree. And it is going to
Aegon
be
is
really interesting to see what, if anything, Kristen does as Hand of the King, because that
he's
is
gonna be
a
horrible,
dangerous, dangerous scenario to have. I mean,
dude.
that dude is unbelievably unhinged.
And to think the only reason that he's with Allison is because Rhaenyra was like, "No, I'm not going to sell oranges with you and ride
Yeah,
donkeys."
yeah.
She got the
I'm not
ick.
going to
She
Bravos.
literally got the ick in
She
Game of
did get
Thrones.
the ick. Yeah, and then he went to
That
he
is one
went
of
to
the
Allison.
funniest and most uncomfortable scenes of the show. The look she
Oh, when he's
gives
trying to
him, and
propose to
it's
her.
so awkward, and
Yeah,
you're like,
she's
"Oh my
like,
god, please stop."
no, what the fuck? I'm gonna be queen one day, dickhead. I'm not
Yeah, well,
leaving.
how the fuck would I give this up?
Yeah.
Kind of makes sense now why she would give it up.
She made the pact. She's like, listen, I'm marrying a gay dude who doesn't want to have sex with me. We can still bang. And Kristen's like, am I a whore? No. What are you
Even though
doing now, buddy?
he ends
What are
up
you
being a
doing
whore
now?
anyway.
You went and gave Allison that hawk too. You know what I'm saying? That's
Hawk
it. You didn't do
2.
anything better. You gotta give him that hawk too.
They can't even see you doing it.
I know, whatever. It's probably for the best.
But then we get to see back on Dragonstone, we get to see Rhaenyra finding out that they're accusing her of killing. What are they calling her? Rhaenyra the Pretender?
I don't know.
Pretender
They
of
call
the
her a bunch of
Throne?
shit.
Yeah, it's like Pretender of
Yeah,
the
that makes
Throne,
sense.
Killer of the Innocent, something else.
Kinslayer.
Yeah, Kingslayer.
No,
Oh, Kingslayer.
Kinslayer. No.
She's not
Kin.
the Kingslayer.
She's
It's
not
only
the
one.
Kingslayer. She's the Kinslayer. Kin Slayer.
Oh, is that what
No
they're calling
G.
it? The Kinslayer?
Yeah, because she killed her kin.
Yeah.
That was her. That was her
Mm.
nephew.
It's fucked up. She didn't do it. Poor Rhaenyra.
Well, yeah, but it got pinned on her because she's in charge.
I know, but Rhaenyra's that dude. I love Rhaenyra.
Yeah,
Like I
she's the
want her to
best.
like I don't know if I'm team black because I don't like a lot of people in black. I don't know, and I'm definitely not team green, but I am rooting just for Rhaenyra herself.
Yeah, Rhaenyra deserves to be queen.
Because Daemon is also just so unhinged.
Yeah, Daemon is just a terrifying character. That was another great scene. I think that's probably next in the docket after the funeral scene when they have that argument. She's like, "Why the fuck did you do that?" Dude,
Yeah,
the
she's like,
best.
she
He's
wouldn't have
just
wanted
like,
that.
"Oh my god, you don't understand. I had to kill that kid. I wasn't trying to kill the kid, but is it really that bad?" She's like, "Yeah,
Yeah, it's that
pretty
bad,
bad."
Daemon.
Yeah,
Dude,
this wine's
God
definitely
damn,
loosening me
Daemon.
up. I feel a lot more. I feel a lot better than the boys episode.
This is a lot better of an episode of 2 episodes of television. Also, definitely helps.
It is, and I think
But
Game of Thrones we have more to talk about because we, as much as we both like the boys, nothing beats like as far as TV worlds go. Game of Thrones is top of the. It's top
it's also just so much
peak.
bigger. There's so much more to talk about.
Yeah, absolutely. You can't have a discussion or a solo discussion about which boy's character would brew the best beer. I mean, you probably could, but it's not as interesting as figuring out
That was not a discussion. That was you talking, me trying to continue the podcast.
that was a ramble. Listen,
That was
I
a
had a sip of
ramble.
wine. I had a sip of Miller Lite wine, and just went off on it.
Miller Miller like wine. But after that, what else do we see? Oh, of course, we see Kristen seeing them clean the room, take the bed out, where it's covered in
Yeah,
blood. We see him
that
and
was kind of.
Allison.
I will say, as much as I hate Kristen, you definitely saw like when the guy turned the mattress and you see all the blood on it. The way he looks away, like he definitely when he sends Eric to do the thing, like that was definitely him feeling guilty. He absolutely feels guilty for not being there. As much as
Yeah,
like he
that was
knows,
his response, and that's
yes,
why he's so
because
dangerous.
yeah, he wasn't. That wasn't his post. He says that was Eric's post, which I mean, I have no idea if it was or wasn't. But as the I don't I remember the term, but the leader of the King's Guard, you gotta you have to take responsibility for that. The same way Rhaenyra takes responsibility or is given the responsibility for killing Jaehaerys. Like you, that's on him. Shit happens, and you got to feel bad for it. So that is the one time so far that I've kind of felt bad for Kristen because just the way that he averts his eyes and he's like, "Oh fuck, man, that's terrible," you
I
know.
mean, I feel like anyone would react that way to it's a child being beheaded.
Yeah,
It's a
dude.
violent,
Also,
really
the
violent
way
way to
you
do it.
hear like the cuts and the cry, that like
The
second of like,
cry.
"Whoa," and then,
Oh,
dude,
that was
oh
rough.
man,
Why are you laughing?
because it's such a good show.
But
Because I wasn't expecting. I thought it was just you gonna hear a cut, and then you hear that little whimper. And I'm like, oh, not good.
they want you to. I will say that's what I think House of Dragons done so well is that they don't. Maybe they are a little toned down the violence from Game of Thrones, but they still want you to feel every bit of sorrow, disgust, and everything for
Yeah,
each character and what happens.
I think even more so. I think one of the differences between Game of Thrones and House of the Dragon is that it tones down the violence in a lot of ways. As in, like we've had battle scenes. Remember the step zones from season one, and like there's been some wacky fucking war scenes. But you also get in these like smaller murders and stuff that happens. It's a lot less like it's not as much about the gore and like seeing the decapitation and like all the blood and stuff. It's more so how it affects the characters, which obviously that happens a shit ton in Game of Thrones, but I feel like it's more impactful in a different way in House of the Dragon because you see Helena's face running in fear as you hear the kid cry. Like I feel like in Game of Thrones you would have stayed in the room and maybe just like watch them cut and there'd be some blood splatter on the wall and be like, "Oh man, that's terrible." But in House of the Dragon, they understand you got to focus on how it's affecting the character that's closest to this kid. Like it's more impactful in that way, to me at least. They've done
No,
a
I
really, really good
agree,
job.
and
Yeah.
I that's why I think I definitely I like the direction of House of the Dragon more than Game of Thrones. I think I just like I like the way that they film things. I like the way that they go
Hmm.
about certain sequences, and even like Game of Thrones, like they very much, especially early seasons, loved sex, loved violence, and this show finds a way to do it, but do it in my opinion, a better way. Like I find it more interesting the way they do it. Does
Yeah.
that make
It
sense?
feels more like the show feels like a Shakespeare play, like in a lot of ways. It's a lot more about the characters' motivations and feelings in and after shit happens, shit goes down. Whereas Game of Thrones, like you said, is a lot more like it's more in your face in a way. Whereas House of the Dragon is more like um, cerebral, I guess. That was a big word that didn't make much sense. I shouldn't have said that, but you know what I'm trying to say. Like
Yeah, no, it's very
it's just
much
it's different, and
poetic.
they've done a really good job of that.
But yeah, from where are we at? Damon gets sent away. Oh, Damon's daughter comes and talks to Rhaenyra. Rhaenyra
Yeah,
pretty much explains it. She says no.
and then Damon flies away and does whatever the fuck he's gonna do. Who
Big
even knows
ass
at this
dragon,
point?
man. Big ass
That
fucker.
dragon's so cool. What's that dragon's name? I can never
Does it begin with
remember.
a V?
Virmax. Yep. No,
Yeah,
that's not Virmax. Is it Virmax?
I thought
Fuck.
it was.
Which one's Virmax?
Wait, where's Virmax? I was gonna say
No,
that.
Virmax was Luke's dragon, the little
Oh,
one that got fucking
yeah, that
chomped.
one
Oh
fucking
no,
munch.
Virmax is Jack's dragon. Virmax is all right. I think.
Oh yeah, because he talks about he's the one. He's like
Yeah,
I'll
because he's
take
like, I'm
Veermax.
gonna fly VRMAX. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Fuck.
that dragon's huge. That's the one he finds, right? He goes to get in the cave. Remember, it's in the dark, and he walks in with
No,
the.
no, no. That's not the one Damon gets. Are you talking about the one Damon finds at the end of last season?
That's the one he's on now, isn't it?
No, 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 no.
It's
Because
not.
that one's huge. That was, remember the old king in the very beginning of season one, like the king that died
Yeah.
and decided that what's his name is going to be king instead of the woman. That was his dragon. I'm pretty sure.
Oh,
Because that's
when is
like,
that dragon showing up? I want that
I
thing.
mean, I hope it's soon because that dragon is enormous. I think that dragon is just like a little bit smaller than Vagar. I think that's like the second oldest dragon.
Wait, Vagar's is
Vagar is the big one.
Aemon.
That's Aegon or Aemon's. Yeah,
Aemon's, yeah, it's the one that
yeah, yeah,
ate.
yeah.
Uh,
That ate Luke. Yeah,
yeah, dude, that
because it.
shot will still never not be awesome of him coming out of the storm
Oh
and
yeah,
then
dude.
just coming through the cloud. Oh,
Yeah,
dope,
Caraxes
dude.
is Damon's dragon.
Caraxes.
Caraxes.
I
Yeah, I
gotta make
forget.
like I'm gonna make a little note thing and just tape it to the table. It's gonna have all the names now.
It's gonna be a lot
So
of
hard to
fucking
put
names.
remember all
Because
these
I
names.
forget the dragon that Damon goes and finds, the big one. I forget its name, but I know its nickname is the Bronze Fury. It's fucking badass. So
Hmm.
cool. Yeah.
Is it shown in the trailer?
I don't think it is. I don't remember.
I know we're getting more. They said this one's gonna have more battles in this season. So
Yeah. I mean, this is gonna be like the beginning of the war. Because are they doing
yeah,
two or three?
three
They're doing
seasons, right?
another season. Yeah, 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 I think so.
Yeah, I think it's three.
They must be doing another season. Because there's a lot of shit that still has to go down, and I don't think they're
No,
fitting it into eight
there's definitely
episodes.
a lot we need to see.
Yeah.
But yeah, what are we missing? I feel like there's the
Um
whole scene with Otto having to give up the hand.
well that
We
that
talked
happens
a
a
little
little
bit
after
about
because
it.
we get the scene with Kristen talking to Eric and he's like, go kill your brother and the queen.
Yeah, we
He says
talked
go
about
kill the
that.
queen, but yeah, and then that all happens. That scene was really good. I do like you see a lot more of the Kingsguard guys because like those are the only two Kingsguard you see on the green side that you know about. So it is cool seeing. Obviously, there's more of them, but it's cool seeing. I think there were like two or three more that were eating. It's nice to know there's just more of them.
Yeah, and
Um,
then what is it? It's Liston and Eric.
I have no
Which
idea.
one's with Team Black?
I think it's Eric. I think it's the E one.
Or
Pretty sure.
yeah,
I
and
could
then
be
it's
wrong.
Liston, right? Liston's
Liston?
the bald one. Isn't that his
I have
name?
no idea. I have no idea.
I'm just making shit up.
I don't know.
But yeah,
There is one with the
hires him to do
blacks,
that.
but
Yeah,
yeah,
there's two with the blacks.
yeah, yeah. That's what I meant. So you
But
get that scene, and then you get the scene of Jack talking to Damon's daughter, his wife to be,
when she's shooting the
unless
crossbow.
yeah, she's shooting the crossbow, and he's like, "Dad's kind of
Yeah.
sucks sometimes," and she's like, "Your dad was strong." He's like, "Shut the fuck up." No, remember she said she said because he was like, "Yeah, my dad was kind of cool. I didn't know him very well because he was kind of gay and wasn't there a lot." Um, but we don't talk about that. And then she's like, how was Harwin strong? And he's like, no, he was nice. Don't talk about him. He's not my dad, I promise. Yeah. But I do like in that scene, like the way you see Jack kind of look off in the distance, and he very clearly thinks of Harwin Strong. He knows, like he's never going to say it because obviously that would take away um, his legitimacy as I
Throne.
think he's still a Valerian at this point, but he will be a Targaryen eventually. Um, when he takes the throne, he'll be a Targaryen. So that would obviously take that away. But he understands. Like
Yeah.
it's an open secret to everybody that he's a strong, and I think he understands that, and he's come to terms with it, and he understands that it shit happens, and you gotta accept it and understand and move on. So I thought that was a pretty cool scene of showing us that he kind of gets it, but he understands that he can't really go into that with anybody.
Yeah, no,
And then the
he's
next
learning how to
scene,
play the game.
yeah, yeah, totally. The next scene is when a Aemond is in the brothel. butt ass
Oh
naked,
yeah.
and he's drinking milk, which gave me straight Homelander vibes immediately. The second she started pouring, because it was like a white substance. It was like steaming, so maybe it's like hot, but it had to be milk because he's obviously has some like mommy issues. The way he's cuddling with that lady, I don't know what's going on with him. He's a scary dude. But I will say the way that he closes his
He's an
eyes
odd
and only
fellow.
one of the eyes closes and the sapphire's still there, I was like, ooh, that's really cool looking. Yeah,
Yeah. It's great. God, he's such a good character. He's gonna have
yeah.
so he's gonna become a people are gonna really like him, like
Hmm.
how crazy he is.
Yeah, I think people already like him, but it will be interesting to see like how far he goes soon. Um, and then we get that guy. I forget his name, but the guy who was asking the iron worker who was asking for money at the meeting. The king. What do you call it when the king takes like
Here's the
in episode
please.
one? Yeah, yeah, exactly. Thank you.
The please.
You
Yeah.
get the guy who was like asking for money, and you see he has a sick kid. That guy's gonna have more to do. I think that guy's more important than they're leading on because I don't remember him from season one at all, but definitely more important than they're leading on. I don't think he's going to be just like an audience surrogate for the small folk. I think he's going to be more important than that. But if he is that, then all right, whatever. That's kind of neat. And then you go back to the Valerians and what's his name? God, we suck at this. We can't
Then, dude,
remember any
there's so
names
many
this
names.
time.
It always takes me to
So
like
many
halfway
names.
through the season.
Yeah.
Too many names.
There's a lot of names. But we see him and his wife talking, who I also forget. God damn it. Give me a second.
Dude,
Corliss Valerian,
it's all
Corliss and Rhaenys. Corliss and Rhaenys. Dogs. Best couple in Game of Thrones, possibly. Besides Ned and Caitlyn. Or Kaelin. Catelyn. All fucked
no,
up
they're
people.
not even the best.
Who?
The best it's Rob and his girl,
Oh, Rob and Talissa. Yeah.
the
No,
medic.
they were a good couple. But no,
Best couples.
Ned and Catelyn are the best, dude. Ned and Catelyn were perfect. Absolutely perfect. Except
No,
for the fact that
no.
Catelyn was going to marry Ned's brother until he fucking got burned alive. That part kind of sucks,
Exactly.
but really good couple.
No.
Okay, fine. Fine.
I'm
Yeah, be
not
that way.
siding with you on this one.
Yeah, that's cool. What else do you got?
Corliss
I've been carrying
Valerian.
this.
He's so cool. And
Corliss.
we kind of forgot to mention that they have the blockade.
Yeah, they do have the blockade going around. They're preventing trade. That's what they found the white
You
worm.
breaking up like crazy.
Shit. Am I breaking up like that? Hopefully it sounds all right in the recording, but
Yeah, give me
can you
one
hear me at
second.
all?
Pause.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, pause. Pause. We're
Pause.
ready? Pause. Three.
All
Okay.
right,
Sorry
perfect.
for the technical difficulties of that like last 20 seconds, but we're back. We figured some of that out. This is the problems with doing the long distance episodes, but
Yeah.
we'll make them work. And yeah.
Doesn't
So
help them
Ryan, what else
outside
do we
too.
have left? Yeah.
So yeah,
What else do we have
Rhaenys
left?
and
I
Corliss
was-
are there, and they're nice. They're a good couple. We're talking about that. Ned and Catelyn are still the best couple in Game of Thrones. You said Rob and Talissa. That's a very good choice. I respectfully disagree, but they are a very great couple. Um, all right, now my now the show is frozen, so I cannot tell you what's coming next. I think I'm
oh my
losing
god.
Wi-Fi.
Um but yeah, I mean the main final point of this episode is of course uh Kristen Cole of course sends Eric to go kill Rhaenyra, and he has to pretend to be his brother Eric. And what's fuck, who's the girl that can tell the fucking future?
Helena,
Masaria. No.
excuse me.
No, not tells the future. She like has spies everywhere.
Yeah,
Masaria.
she's like, yeah,
She's
okay,
the
good.
lady in
I was
red.
making sure. Yes,
Yeah.
the white worm. Making sure
That's
you
what I'm
didn't
talking
think
about.
she actually
Yeah.
had like She's not a dream seer like
I
Elena.
didn't. I got confused for a second.
Mm.
Yeah, no, I got
Hold on.
confused. But then,
Before we get there is that quick scene in I don't know, wherever the Valerians live. When you get that guy, the guy who just comes in this episode, and he sees that one sailor that Corliss was talking to last episode, and he's like, "Hey, brother, how you doing?"
yeah,
And then you see him look up at a dragon. Was that Sea Smoke? Was that Rhaenyra's husband's dragon? Because I thought it was.
no,
Because
I
that's
thought
what it
that I
looked
was.
like. He was like all
I
white.
thought that was the other. I thought that was the one. I thought it was Damon's daughter.
See, like, because you see her riding a dragon later, but I don't. I'm looking at the scene right now, like cutting through it. I don't think you see a rider on that. Like, I don't know. I think it might be Sea Smoke because that would be extremely important because we don't know. Obviously, I mean, I'm blanking on that guy's name again, but obviously he survived and they faked his death and everything. Lanor.
Yeah, but I
But if
think he's
they,
gone. Gone. Like I don't think he's coming back.
I agree. I agree. But if they were able to get his dragon back, that would be incredibly important for them. And we also have this mystery man that's come to wherever the Valerians live, which I already forget again. Not the Stepstones, right? Like they control the Stepstones, but that's not their place. Um,
No, I thought
if they
they
get
Harrenhal.
no, they don't have
They have
Harrenhal. They don't want to
Harrenhal.
have Harrenhal. No, I don't know who's at Harrenhal
Someone
right
has
now.
Harrenhal. The blacks
Someone
have it.
does. No, I think the Greens have Harrenhal
No,
because
they said
Laris.
Damon's going to Harrenhal. I thought.
Well, yeah, but then I don't think he's going to Harrenhal for a good reason. I don't think the
Hmm.
Blacks have Harrenhal. I think the Greens have Harrenhal because the last we saw of Harrenhal, it was the Strongs that had it, and then Laris fucking killed his dad and brother and probably took it for the Greens. Like I don't think Laris controls it. I think maybe they have somebody else in there, but I just forget who it is. But
That was a
back to my
hard
point.
scene to watch.
If yeah, if they have if the Green or Blacks can get Sea Smoke back, which it would make more sense for them to get it back, um, it would be really important for them. And we also have yet to find out who this mystery man is who just came in, and I don't know, maybe he knows something. I don't think it is Lanor because it's a different actor. It looks like, or at least he grew his hair out maybe, and I just can't tell. And his hair is black, so it's definitely a different guy, unless he dyed it like really dark for
Yeah.
some reason. Um, yeah, but
No,
I
I
just don't
think it's a
know.
whole different person.
Yeah, totally. I don't know what that dragon was because it really looked like sea smoke. It was that like really light gray color, and I didn't see anybody riding it. Uh
But
oh,
yeah, no, I mean, could be
could be.
good.
Yeah, you froze for a second. Can you still hear me?
Oh, yeah, no, I can hear you.
All right, cool. You're
We're
just like a
still all
couple
good
seconds
in the
behind me,
moment.
but I'll wait. All right,
Yeah,
this is
no.
gonna make for a
I was just
great
in
episode.
agreement with you. Hey, it's the end of the episode. If people made it here, we're very happy. But
Yeah.
um, for the people that are watching, Ryan, they know how these episodes go. Now we know for future reference, don't do them
Mhm.
outside.
Yes,
But
true. At least at night, because during the
yeah,
day it was fine, but as soon as it got dark out, bad.
yeah. Why did that make it go bad? That makes no sense. Should Wi-Fi get shut off at a certain time?
I have no idea. It shouldn't.
Dude, I swear that there's people in this building right now, or there's ghosts in our building.
The ghosts just kind of follow me and my family. You know this.
I hear people out there at the door creeping me the fuck out. But yeah, we see what could be sea smoke, or we just see a dragon. But as I said, then we talk about Sir Kristen sending uh, Eric to kill Rhaenyra, and he has to pretend to be Eric, the other one. But when we get there, I did like seeing them kind of like cross paths without seeing each other. Oh, I like
Hmm.
how that scene was filmed, and I like
Yep.
how Masari sees him and is like, "Wait a second." And
Yeah.
so I thought she was gonna get back before him, but that was like that's not gonna make sense. He'll notice that she runs by. So I wonder what she ended up doing in that sequence because she didn't get back to the room because we
Yeah.
saw how it
And
all
she
plays
didn't.
out.
Yeah, she didn't tell anybody. So I don't know. Maybe yeah, I don't know that because she doesn't tell anybody. She just walks back and is like, all right, cool. She doesn't get back in time or tell anybody, or maybe she did tell him like very quickly because it does. He does realize Eric, whatever
Yeah.
the good one realizes it like pretty quickly because the bad one is being really really sneaky, and then all of a sudden the good one is like, stand down, brother. Like he definitely could have noticed him, but I feel like the way he did notice him or realize it kind of was like sudden. So maybe Masaria did tip him off at some point, and then we just didn't see it. So
Oh, so maybe we'll find out in the next episode.
yeah, maybe
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I think we'll find out in the next episode what happens.
you were like 5 seconds behind everything I say. Is
No,
it
we're
paused
good
or is it
now.
gone?
It was letting me, it had me as post. So again, we're having a lot of technical difficulties at the end of this episode. But as we said, the Erics had to then fight to protect Rhaenyra. Uh, Eric, the good one, ends up defeating his brother and killing him, which then leads to him falling. I mean, killing your own brother has to be a horrible thing to do. And in response, he takes his own life and falls onto his sword, the very infamous uh, way of committing suicide, especially when you feel dishonor. And yeah, that is how episode 2 goes. For those who are wondering if Ryan's not talking, I think Ryan got disconnected,
Mm-hmm.
if I'm not mistaken. Oh,
No, no, no. I'm just
oh, you're
waiting for you to
coming through
finish.
very clear right now.
Trying to be quiet. Then used to be. Then
But
you talk.
yeah, he
Oh,
sadly
perfect.
has to take his own life because he killed his own brother. And I really, it's one of those things where you see a lot with characters. Certain characters do things and they know that they can't come back from that. And to me, that's probably one of the biggest things you probably can't come back from is killing a family member, especially one that you don't want to hurt. And or for
Mm-hmm.
like it wasn't he, it's his brother. It's his only person left for him. But and it was so sad seeing Rhaenyra's
Yep.
reaction to the whole thing because there's a ghost out there that's fucking with me. And but yeah, it was really I thought it was a really good way to end the episode and get me ready for what we're gonna see next. Yeah.
Yeah. Totally. I'm really excited for episode 3. I think it's gonna pick up from here. Like really, really pick up steam. Like you said, the whole that whole fight scene with the Erics was really, really good. I thought it was really well done, really well choreographed. Just like the cuts he gets when the it's tough to tell which brother's which during that fight, which is like it adds to the scene. It's kind of the point. But those cuts they give each other, like the one gets cut in the leg, and then the other one just grabs the cut and just pulls on it. Oh man, it was really good. And the way Rhaenyra and the other Kingsguard guy are trying to figure out who's who, it was a really really good scene, and just the way it ends, it's incredibly tragic. And I think Emma Darcy's performance in that of just being like, no, and just breaking down really adds to that. And it kind of made the scene for me because just the way she reacts is terrifying. Because, I mean, that was one of her two Kingsguard members. Unless there's more that I just forget about. I think she only had those two, and now she's down one of them. Probably the better one, if we're being honest. Um, so yeah, it's really really bad for the blacks. Obviously not great for the greens, but it's a sacrifice that they can take at this
And they knew
time.
what they were doing.
And it's the Greens
Yeah.
definitely won this one. Yeah, absolutely. And it's also a message. Like Rhaenyra knows who the fuck is lighting off fireworks. Anyway, Rhaenyra knows that like she can be vulnerable now. So especially with Damon being gone and nobody knows where he's going or what he's doing at this point, like she's in a very vulnerable place right now. And I think the Greens are going to realize that. And Rhaenyra has as
Yeah.
well.
Dude, you got dogs going crazy. I got ghosts next door to me. It's a crazy episode. Yeah, I hear
Can
them.
you hear the dogs? Can you hear the air conditioning unit going off the entire
No,
time?
I
Because
can
that
hear
would
like
kind
a
of suck.
little every couple like you would hear it on and off, but it's not that annoying. And it will get cut in the post production anyway. But
All right,
yeah, that is our review so far. The first two
cool.
episodes of House of the Dragon. We're probably gonna from now on we can probably do the Boys and House of the Dragon in one episode because now it's gonna go one for one, not 3 episodes, 2 episodes. So we probably can do it that way. or we could separate them. This is something we'll have to figure out.
Yeah.
But
Hmm.
yeah, I mean, I feel like first two episodes. Yeah,
Depends
I
on
feel
how
like
good the
both the
episodes are.
first two episodes of this. First one's good. I think the second one was really good. And yeah, I think it's off to a good start, just as good as it was last season. And I'm excited to see where the next 6 episodes take us and set us up for the final season. Yeah. Yep.
Yep, I agree.
And
Yeah,
quickly, we got
pumped.
to do our recommendation of the week. I'm going to recommend. I'm going to recommend Batman the Animated Series. I watched a couple episodes of that the other day. Or if that's not really down your alley, superheroes and stuff, go watch One Tree Hill. I'm rewatching it right now. Very good. Breaking my heart still. It's very similar scenes.
Oh,
Yeah, it's like
you're
my comfort show
again?
now. Shut up.
Jesus. Um, what show am I gonna recommend? I can do a movie too. What did I just watch? I'm gonna recommend Sicario because I want to watch it with my dad because I told him to watch it. I told him we were gonna watch it, and then I had to
Mm,
go back down for work, so we didn't get a chance to. But it's a
yeah,
fantastic
best
movie.
director out there, didn't he? But yeah, anything else you want to add?
For now. No, I mean, I can't wait for episode 3 of this show. The Boys definitely, I'm so excited for it. Definitely gonna watch it. But this show is it's the best show on television right now.
Debatable. But
I think it's
the bear.
what else? What else? The
Bear's
Bear's
amazing.
fantastic. Damon would fuck up Carmy, dude.
One's
Carmy
got a
doesn't stand a
fucking
chance.
dragon. The other one's got Draco. Fucking big difference. Actually, I don't know. They'd be so scared if they heard those Dracos and
Hmm.
Mac 10s going off when they pulled up to Chicago. They don't got none of that.
Damon wouldn't give a
Damon wouldn't
fuck.
give a
Damon
fuck. He'd
would
be
run
so
into that.
confused. But before we lose all this audio
Yeah.
and stuff due to technical difficulties, we're going to exit out in this episode. So thank you guys so much
Hmm.
for tuning in and listening to the show and supporting us and following us on all social medias. Continue to like and share the episode, and we will see you next week to review another episode of The Boys, another episode of House of Dragon, and the Bear probably. Ryan, what do you want to say to end this episode?
Yeah, that'll be out. Peace out, dog. I stand by it. Stormlands, not the Stormlands. I don't know. The Baratheons would brew the best beer in Westeros, 100%. There we get down.